These are the three objects, huge objects, caught by the NASA telescopes. Each one of those objects is 300 square miles. And they're check this out, look at this. See the geometry that is there? That geometry. That right there. This is something that nobody ever observed. These geometrical patterns around what we call space. There's something else. Check it out. "300 miles across." Now look at this. You see these two videos? Those are hands. Check this out. Look. That geometry took me years to solve what that was, to decipher what that was. When I finish putting the outlines, you'll see that what I'm outlining is the shape of that geometry. That's the hands of God. It's on everything. Look at that. So this is a hand. Look at this finger like this. I mean, you can see the outline of the fingernails. But it's a fractal. That whoever wrote that comment, he was correct. This is fractals. It repeats and repeats, like when you have a mirror in front of another mirror. Check this out. And there's the other finger like that. Wow. And you can see the fingernails. I mean, like I say, it took me years to finally realize what that was. Because it's so many of them in 3 dimensions. You say, oh, but that looks like pixels. No, that's not any damn pixel. Pixels are all little squares. These are 2D stuff. Look how they wrinkle that geometry around them, especially this object. Look how it's all organized. Look, boom, boom, boom. See how it's protruding from that? And then you see how it curves, and it has a more like that. The same thing as the Leonard Walson, that weird deal that was bunch of hands. See how the whole deal wrinkles around that like that. It's a specific pattern. It's what makes the entire universe. Look at that. See, look at the fingernails, shiny and round right there. And you see how oval shape, exactly like a finger, the index finger. Then look, there's another one right here. And you see the bright part where the fingernail is. You don't have to be a goddamn nuclear scientist to see that. Just as people have difficult time observing this. Look, this is a hand. Look at this. I'm gonna do this one with my own hand so you to look at it. Look, this one is like this. Look, like this. Look at the thumb, and then look at the fingers like that. Like this. Look, and then it repeats and repeats, and it goes, it's so perfect. It goes in every which way, this way, that way. I mean, it's incredible. Only God or a God-like intelligence could do something that perfect. And you don't find a mistake. It goes up and down and it shows the exact same thing. That's impossible. I mean, only, like I say, only a God-like intelligence could create something that it creates the fabric of a space out of that geometry. Look at that. This fascinated me for years. And so I was like, what the heck is that? It's in every picture. Well, yeah, it is. And you see how it vibrates, but only the camera see the vibration and think. When you look at it with your eyes, you don't see that. It's only the camera can see it. And it looks like a face. Look, this thing looks like a freaking face, but it's not. Look. Just because of that, it's unequal. But it's because of that. It's made out of hands that are going this way. I mean, and it bends this way, overlap this one. I mean, it's so complex because of the three-dimensionality. It's in front, behind, on top, on the side, diagonal, vertical. Amazing, man. I mean, amazing. To know this is almost like you're looking at God's hands. It's what that is. Look. You see this 2 video? Look. Look at this one right here, protruding. But then he has another one underneath like that. Like I say, you cannot duplicate this because it's impossible. I mean, there's so many of them in one place. See, look, one right here, another finger right here, another one right here, but this one has one that goes this way, and that one has one this way. It's a trip. Then every one of them is part of another one. That makes it almost impossible to discern what that is. And you see the fingernail, exactly like a hand. And the confusing part is that every end of that two video has a fingernail, so it goes both ways. Like I said, only a guy can create a geometry like that, and he has zero mistakes. Zero. See, when you see this one right here, then that's part of another one that goes, oh my God, it's so complex because it's in front of it, it's behind, next. Like I said, it's just, look at the size. So you see how it wrinkle all these three points. This is a wrinkle like that. And you see there, like I said, that geometry is unmistakable. Once you know what that is, you will find it easy to see it. Get out, the picture vibrate in the camera, but you don't see it with your own eyes. That effect is only because we are looking at the vibrational crystal in that same geometry between the camera and the image in the monitor. Like I said, it took me years to decipher this deal. See how this two goes like that? And well, it's not really like that. It's because he had hands coming this way. And there's more coming. I mean, it's so complex. And each finger has a small hand grabbing it. I know the whole thing by heart from studying it so many times. Look at this spherical deal here. But it's not really that, it's just the tip of a freaky finger deal. See all this tubby thing? This one right here that is the most visible. That. Well, that has hands going this way. It's just faded because the telescope, the image has been degraded after being. See how the thing creates a hand grabbing something. And then you see color too, brownish, greenish. I mean, very colorful too. Like right here, it's all greenish. The object, around the object is, it might not even be an object, it might just be a blob of light, like a display, to make NASA believe that there is something approaching Earth. That's what they think. And that was three objects approaching Earth really fast, so fast that they're freaking out and shit. Yeah. And nothing is gonna happen. Because that's not how God works. It's just to make them think, freaking them out. See, look how this column here. It looks complex, but it's really not. And all this tubby deal all around. And you see all the one going this way. That's what I was always intrigued. Why do I see this all the time? In every type of image, on the moon images, on the what? Oh yeah, that's what that is. It's on the fabric of space.